folks, welcome to another Shop Talk, and we are out here on another rainy day. It seems like every time I get ready to do one of these, Nate, it starts pouring down. But the good thing is we're in where it's dry, but we're out somewhere close to Kearney, I think.
Kearney.
And I'm here with Nate Barnes, and this young man right here is the 2009 Rookie of the Year in the factory stock class out at Lakeside Speedway. And first, let me say congratulations, Nate. Man, that's quite an accomplishment. I mean, had a good field of rookies last year, and you come out on top.
Yeah, it was a pretty hard year, really, after I figured out who all the rookies were. And me and Justin Seifert was pretty much battling all year. It seemed like I was watching him and his points and seeing how he did every race, and I luckily came out, I think, 2 or 3 points right ahead of him.
Yeah.
So it was close.
I'm going to repeat this because I think it has a lot of merit to it. Darren Christie, had the opportunity to talk to him, and he told me that he thought that you and Justin are probably 2 of the best young drivers that he's seen come into the factory stock class. So to me, that holds a lot of weight.
Yeah, that is. Coming from Bear, yeah, that is pretty neat to hear.
Yeah. But I'd like to say congratulations again, but we're going to talk a little bit about Nate's career tonight. And Nate, don't know that this exactly got you started in racing, but you were motocross racing down at Kingsville.
Yep. Back in high school, we used to ride motorcycles, or I grew up on motorcycles and four-wheelers, and we got into racing down at Kingsville, riding dirt bikes, and did that for a few years, and about it.
Had fun.
Just for play, you know, no money, just trophies, got trophies and stuff, but just having fun back when you were young.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that money could take the fun out of it.
Yeah.
Trophies are okay, but sometimes the money is not that big a deal.
We wish there was money, but there wasn't.
But after that, talking about the last race that we did have at Lakeside, what I want to call Mud Friday, probably your next experience in racing might have helped prepared you a little bit for that, in that you did some mud racing. Tell us about what you ran and where you were running.
Oh, I built a mud truck. It was a '85 Chevy short bed, and I bought it pretty much stock, and I lifted it and put tires, wheels, and Yancey, he built me a motor for it, and pretty much just ran it here locally, like up at Platte City mud runs at the fair and everything. But it was just a little play toy, and hit here and there things and messed around with it. But it was fun. Yeah. But it was getting into playing in the mud, I guess.
Like you say, just getting out there and having a good time. Sometimes the competition kind of adds to it, or sometimes it can take away from it. It just depends upon, I guess, your own, personality and how you deal with that kind of stuff. But 8 years ago, you do start helping Jason Ryan out. And I think in your words, as you said, you kind of thought that it was probably going to lead to a race car at Lakeside. Yeah,
I used to work with Jason Ryan, and, well, we'd go to the races on Friday or Saturday night and watch him. Well, after the races, we'd go to the pits and, talk to him. And he would always hand me the steering wheel, get in that car, try it, and just sit in it. Well, I told him, I said, no, I ain't getting in the car, because I know as soon as I get in it, I'll have one by next weekend. Yeah. I never ended up getting in it, but he'd always push me into trying to get in it, sit in it, get a feel of it, and I wanted to, but I knew as soon as I sat in that thing, I'd be selling everything I got to get one.
Yeah. Jason seems to be such a nice guy. Have been around him several times. Of course, we did a shop talk with him. And, boy, he had to be a good guy probably to have around. I mean, I'm sure you probably have gone to him for advice.
Yeah, I've went through him with some advice, and I think he's fun to be around, and he's a pretty good guy. I like him.
I agree totally. In 2009, though, you do kind of break the ice, and you buy a car from Don Schaffman. Schaffman, I'm sorry. And you do go to one practice night up at I-35, and I think a practice night at Lakeside, and then, man, you're thrown right into the fire.
Yeah, it was a different deal with getting that car, and I sat in it and never really drove it, maybe up the street, about it, and then we get to the track for practice, and I have the suit on, helmet, Hans. You're strapped in, I'm thinking, oh man, going out on the track, I don't know if I like this or not. I can't see nothing, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I got some seat time in it, and I got used to it, and it don't bother me anymore. I'm ready to go.
I would have to think anybody that's got claustrophobia would not want to be a race car driver.
No, not when you're stuck in there, and I've never had one upside down yet, but that might be a different deal. Being stuck and can't get out quick enough or something like that. But I'd always try to find my way out as quick as possible if ever something did happen.
I know, I think it was Matt Pugh that we were talking to, and he said we had never practiced getting out of the car quick. I guess his first time on the track, the motor explodes and there's a fire. Yeah. And all of a sudden you're in panic mode, I guess.
Don't know what's going on. Yeah. Trying to figure out how to get out and make sure you're all right.
Is racing what you thought it would be?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, it's fun. It can get expensive. Tearing your car up, it can get expensive. But other than that, yeah, I have a good time at it.
Yeah.
But
I think with the experience you've already had in the year that you've been in it, and just what a great year that you did have, you haven't had to go through some of the struggles. It doesn't seem like. You probably surely have. Everybody that races does on a nightly basis. But you just haven't had the experiences that a lot of the new guys starting out that I talk to have had, in that didn't know how to set the car up, just the driving wasn't there. But it seems like you've kind of gotten past a lot of that.
Yeah, I think I've got a good car. I told Yancey to look for me a car, and he found me one. Don Chaffin had it, and he told me, he said, it's a good car. He's pretty quick. It's a pretty quick car. It's a good, ready to go, turnkey car. And I ended up buying it, and I bought it, and I thought it did a pretty good job. You know, I thought about building a car first year, and then I'm glad I did. I'm glad I bought a turnkey ready to go, because shoot, I'd probably be struggling still if I'd bought it or built one. But luckily I found one, and
go from ground zero and work your way out of it.
Yeah, I've had some people behind me and helping me out, show me how to set it up or do this, do that. Helped me out a lot. So.
I was going to say, I guess there's been other people than Jason that have stepped up to the plate and said, hey, Nate, you need to do this, or hey.
Yeah, I mean, Yancey's helped me. Chad or Stephen Clancy, Jason Ryan, Mike Ryan. You know, there's a lot of Busby. There's a lot of guys that's helped me last year. Just say, hey, you need to try this, or and it's worked. And
that's a good list, man. You named off some good people there. Let me tell you. This first season that you had, this is a remarkable statistic to me, in that in your rookie year, you made every A main. That you were out there trying to make it into. I mean, that's for a rookie season, that's pretty good.
Yeah, made every A main. Luckily, there was a couple B's I had to go to. That first night out was probably a wild night for me, I thought, because I started feature. I finally made the feature. I think I had to go to the B that night. I started like 12th, and I think I made it all the way up to 4th place to like 5 laps to go. And I spun out, and I don't know how I did it. I struggled the rest of the year trying to gain that many positions. And I don't know if it's just adrenaline or what was going on that night. The car was running good or something.
I think we pretty much already got the answer to this question, but who's building the motors?
Yancey Shepard.
Yancey
Automotive.
Yeah. And of course, we know Yancey's got a tremendous reputation around town for really putting out some good pieces.
Yeah, he does a really good job with motors, and he knows what's going on.
I wanted to know, are there any major changes for next year?
Major changes? I don't think so yet. We'll just see how the year goes on and go from there, but right now I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you told me on the phone the other night that you did kind of go through the car a little bit. Did you? New rear end?
Yeah, put new rear end, freshened the motor, tore it all apart down the bare frame, and repainted it to my own colors. I had to get rid of Chaffin's purple. I don't know if it's bad luck, Chaffin, I'm sorry, but I had to do something different there.
Nate, we're about out of time. I know you got some sponsors and some people you want to thank.
Yeah, I got some people I need to thank. I need to thank my mom and dad, my girlfriend, Tiffany, my brother, Jay Barnes. He's done a lot of stuff for me here at the shop and keeping everything going. Friends and family that come out to the track and watch. Got a lot of people that do that. My buddies that help me in the pits. Chad and Stephen Clancy, Yancey Automotive, B&B Trucking, Vanderford Concrete, Hampton Plumbing,